Well, welcome to the last session of the morning drift this morning. This is where we get to look at what is trending in different sectors and other markets and economy in Kenya. And there's one thing that you can't go wrong with in this country. If it's time has proven what our country is about. It's about property ownership and especially land. You'll be told that you can't go wrong with land if you essentially follow the process. And the land is always an appreciating asset. And for those people very smart in investments, that will tell you that one of those areas that you essentially need to be big in is in land investment. But there's a caveat that you have to work with people, companies, and follow the process so that now, by the end of the day, you will not be crying, because we do know that where there is money, there are also what majority of you will call premium tiers. And so this morning then, that's why we want to take you through that process. It's proper essential then for us to get into consumer journalism this morning and to help us then get into that particular section of understanding what we should work with somebody who's experienced in the process of buying land in the country. We are joined by Joyce Ngugi, who is the General Manager, Dagmar Lands Investment Limited. Ms. Ngugi, how are you doing?
Hello, good morning.
Fantastic. Happy to have you around.
Thank you for having me.
Here's the thing. Every time I do conversations like this,
yes,
my producer tells me, stick to the script. You know, I've done your research, let me approve those questions you're going to ask.
All right.
But then I do believe that at the end of the day, if I ask personal questions about property, and especially land, to an expert like you, then I think I'll be answering a lot of questions a majority of people are asking outside there.
Yes.
Good. Could you do a proper introduction then of Dagmar Lands Investment Limited before we get into this conversation?
Well, thank you so much for this conversation. Dagmar Land Investments is a real estate company.
Yes.
We have dealt with land investment for the last 5 years. We are based in Ruiru, that is in Thika Road.
Yes.
We have a background in Kangundo Road. That is where we started in a place called Kamulu. So we've grown gradually from having a few projects within Kangundo Road up to a point where we've grown to do real estate in Kangundo Road, Matu, Makutano, and Malindi. Just to mention a few of the projects that we have at this point.
Yes.
So Dagmar Land Investments is your trusted real estate company.
Yes.
That has grown gradually from grass to grace at this point.
I like the way you say trusted real estate company. Here's the thing, trust is a big issue, especially when it comes to this particular sector. How have you grown trust among your clients?
Look here, yes, real estate is about trust, because the first time you meet a person and they want to invest in land, they will come in questions. People are coming with the notion where, are you a con man? What experience am I going to have with you? And when you meet people and people are asking these questions,
yes,
the first thing you need to create is trust, because people need to believe what you're saying, and they also need to believe even through actions. So trust has to be built in real estate, and this is by delivery, because you cannot afford to not deliver what you say. If you promise to deliver a title deed in this time, you have to do that. If you promise to deliver this document in this time, you have to do that. So gradually people will see that you do what you say, and that is how you build your trust with your clientele.
Yes.
So yes, trust is the first ingredient into making it into in the real estate world. Yes.
Here's a question that I normally ask myself,
yes,
as somebody who's already started the process of investing in land in the country. And I also got in a bit jittery that I essentially wasn't going to get somebody who's trustworthy enough to take me through the entire process. In your experience, what is the most overlooked detail for those guys who want to invest in land that you normally meet and you are like, well, you should have asked this first before you even continue with this process?
The most overlooked is people don't ask the question of, do you have the availability of the title deed with you? Because when we talk about land investments, we cannot bypass the availability of the title deed. When we talk about the title deed, we are talking about this piece of land that you're buying. Does it have a title deed? Have you conducted as a land search? That is a registry. Because that is one of the things that people bypass, and it's the most important question that you're supposed to ask yourself. You need to know this piece of land that you want to buy. Is it a piece of land that the title deed is available, and can I perform a search? Most people don't do that, and it's the most important step.
That's it.
Yes.
Is that what you have to prove to your clients at Dagmar, that when they come to you, you're like, you see, for us, this is exactly what we have? Do you actually tell them, in case you want to go and do a background research of this property that we're selling to you, these are the documents that you need, we have them, could you please go do your due diligence before you can come back and continue this process?
One of the things that we encourage our clients to do, for one, is go for a site visit. Because even before you do the search, you need to see what you're buying. You need to go locate the beacons. The beacons are the ones that demarcate the plot. You need to go and see the size of the plot first. You need to go and connect with the place and be able to see that this is what I want to buy and I like this place. You have to check the amenities first. And yes, when we meet our clients, they go for the site visit, approve of the project. We also provide the document, that is the title deed, because when you go select a piece of land or a plot, we are able to also provide you with the document that is needed for you to do your verification. So yes, that is a step that we do not skip, and it's one of the most important steps even before you proceed and get into the business of buying a piece of land. So that is what we do. It is one of the steps that we take.
You know why majority of people would want to work with a company like Dagmar, that has essentially been in the business for a long time, is because, you know, part of this process of identifying this property, deciding that this is the right place for a client, deciding what particular land use this has been set aside for in the ministry, whether that is allowed, is that you've gone through that entire process, you've ticked it by yourselves, so that now when it comes to the final say, you're telling them, you're looking for this land? Yes, this particular piece that we have here essentially fits that particular profile. That's why majority of people want to work with you.
Yes.
But then on the side of that, what are those things that you're telling your clients? Yes, we've done it, but please, can you go back and confirm whether indeed this is exactly what this is for?
As I have mentioned, the first thing that you tell your client to, we tell our clients to first verify is the location, because people are even adamant because of even the distances that they are given. We find that probably you're told a project is 2 kilometers away from the highway, and then it's double. So we prefer that even after we tell you that this is the location of the project, you come and verify we verify you to yourself. So that is the first step. The next step is, as I have told you, is also identify the company that you are working with, because it's also important to visit the office and come and see the people that you're talking about, the people you are working with, the directors. Identify with the office so that you don't buy land from nowhere or something like that. And then, as I have told you, identifying the piece of land on the paper. We call it the mutation. You identify the plot number that you're looking at, and then going ahead and getting a copy of the title deed. Go to the lands and go do your search. So those are a few of the steps that we are able to take at that point. After you go do your search, verify that the piece in fact belongs to Dagmar Land Investments. It's important to know that you need to make sure that when you're going to do the search, that the piece of land indeed belongs to Dagmar Land Investment, because that is what the title is going to read. You go do the search, ascertain that is what is indeed registered in the registry of lands. Then at that point, you are able to proceed with the with the documentation and payments and all that.
Yes.
And of course, it's still a process because we have to get you documents called offer letters, sale agreement. We take you through a process because we also allow installments and all that. So it's a whole process that is involved until you can call that piece of land yours.
Let me tell you one of the things that you're going to meet in this particular sector.
Yes.
Because I'm one of those who look for these particular things.
Yes.
That people do not invest with the company. That company comes second. That the thing that they want to see first is the person, the face of the company.
Yes.
Or I'm investing with so and so who works for that particular company. And you hold a very integral position in your company now.
Yes.
That you're the GM. That people would want to see you, talk to you first, put that image in their mind, and then say, oh, I'm investing with Ms. Ngugi. That's not GM. GM is second.
Yes.
How have you been able to do that? Are you that accessible? Because trust begins with investing with the face as opposed to the company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Traditionally, that is for sure.
Yeah.
When you want to buy something, even in the normal sales that we do out here, even when you're buying the normal things, even a piece of clothes or anything, you first look at the person and you buy them. You have to connect with that person before you buy what they are selling you. You connect with the person, you connect with their attitude, you connect with how are they even interacting with me? Do they even want to sell this thing to me, or they don't even feel like it?
Do they even believe in it?
Do they believe in it? Are they dressed in a way that shows that they believe in what they are doing? Are they giving that smile? Are they inviting and all that? So in sales we say the client, the customer buys you before they buy what you're selling. So you have to be very presentable, up to the task, be ready to deliver what this client wants.
Yes.
So that is for sure, and that is something we have done as an organization, not just in my position myself, but also through the people that I work with, our people within the office, because we have created an environment where we are attractive towards the client. That is from the salespeople, the people who the salesperson also interacts a lot with the client. That is from the salespeople to the logistics people to the directors to myself to the reception. We make sure that we are inviting, that we are also very accessible, and we are ready to serve our clients in the best way. In that way, the client is going to buy you, and after they have bought you, what you're selling is going to be easier for them to buy. So it's about self-image. It's about how you present yourself. It's about how you talk. It's about how you believe in what you're selling. And let me tell you how the confidence comes in what you're selling. It comes in because you know what you're selling is true. Because when you're selling something and maybe you have hidden agendas, you have something that you're not communicating, that is where the problem comes in. So you also have to be able to deliver and to talk about this that you're saying and what you're delivering. That is what gives you confidence, because even if you sell yourself very well and probably you have some ways in which you have not put yourself together in terms of what you're delivering, it will still be a problem. So it's a whole package of yourself, what you're selling, and the whole organization and the whole team.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much. Could you therefore summarize, before we start looking at some of the offerings that you have, and by the way, there's a market that is now your market, and I keep on, every time I've got a property investment expert, I ask them about whether they understand the market that they're facing now. It's millennials that you're selling these properties to.
Yes.
It's people like us who've gone through mobile phones, who've gone through technology, who just don't want to buy land, they want something more. Just before we get there, if I come to Dagmar today, could you summarize the culture for me in your company?
Yes.
What am I likely to see?
You are likely to see trust, as I had mentioned. You are likely to see diligence. You're likely to see delivery. Our slogan is "We promise, we deliver." So that is what you're going to see at the first point that you come. You're going to see a team that is vibrant, ready to serve you, ready to welcome you in terms of every step of the way that you're going to engage with us. And you have mentioned about the market that we have at this point. And you realize that there is a lot of the millennials that you've mentioned about that are also outside the country. That is in the Arab countries, in Dubai and all that, and also in the US and all that. So those are our clientele also, because people have gone there to invest, to look for money, and they want to have a place where they can trust and say, I did my investment with these people, and these are the people that I am buying this piece of land with, and they are delivering. So you find that the people who are out there are young, and the same thing for the local people within the country. Yes. People who are investing in land and buy land at this point are young people, probably between even below the age of 40. Yes. And all that. Yes. Because at the end of the day, a person wants to have a place to call home when they age and all that. And let me tell you, people are exposed. They know what they want, as you've mentioned. They know what they are looking for. This is money they have hard earned. So they want to know that they're investing with the right people, then this is the right investment that you're going to have with them. Yes. So there is also the digital world, because that is where you find most of these people. You find them in their phones. People are on social media. So that is also another avenue where we use to be able to engage and to reach them to a point where they invest with us. That is within the country and also outside the country.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Now, let me speak about these millennials. There's something called the one-stop. And I want you to speak about it in the sense that when a millennial buys land, they already do know exactly what they want to do with that land. Yes. Even the house they're going to build there. So they'll come to you and tell you, I'm going to buy land. Can you please help me also develop that particular land?
Yes.
The hassle of going to look for somebody who's going to come and develop that land, the hassle of trying to do it yourself, they don't want it. And like, sell me the land, help me bring up the house. Do you offer those services at your company?
Look here, there is a lot of fear that goes on, because when a person approaches you, they approach you from a point where they believe that you're going to sort them out. You are going to take care of their need. So they want to come in with you, and you merge in a way where they only trust you in a way where you are going to deliver. So this is my money I'm bringing to you. Please deliver me a title deed that reads my name. The process, please take me through it. That is most of the times that what they insist on. Yes. And in terms of construction, there have been a lot of demand, and very soon we are going to come with a baby of Dagmar Land Investments called Dagmar Homes, because we are going to be also doing construction. Because as you've mentioned, when people come, they have bought a residential plot and they want to build, but the hassle of going through construction, nobody wants to go through it. They want to go through it with the people whom they have trusted to even get the piece of land with. So we also make sure that the process is also very smooth, and we take you through up to the step where we deliver you the title deed. We have on the process, the trust already. So when it comes to construction, we still deliver, and we are still going to do that. So we are able to take the client throughout the whole process. Making sure that their hassle is minimized in as much as possible. Yes. So that the only thing that they do at that point is only transfer money to us, and we deliver according to the way we have promised and according to the way we have agreed with the client.
That's it.
Yes.
Pretty much. Good. Let's look at some of the projects, and I want you to look at them in this perspective. I want to speak to the millennial market. Guys who are ready to get these plots so they can start constructing their homes, because they do know that time for investment and thinking about retirement is right here. Are there this land project that you have that specifically speak to that millennial? And could you speak about why you think their pricing is fit for them, and the development that you've done in these properties? How do they look like? What value addition have you done, to the point that any other person listening will be like, oh, I want to go right in right now?
Yes. Yeah. Now, I would say, as you have mentioned, the millennials are going to come to invest with you, knowing very right what they want to do with the project.
Yes.
They know whether it's speculation, whether it's for residential, whether they want to stay there. They come in the knowledge, and that makes it very easy, because when a person knows where they are looking for a piece of land, it's easier for you to place them according to also what they are looking for. Because when you come and tell me that you're looking for a place to settle, I also have to pick your preferences. Is there a place you prefer? Do you prefer Kangundo Road from probably Sagana? Do you prefer Matu from Malindi and all that? What is the purpose of this project that you want to buy? Because a project that is meant for speculation is completely different from a place that is meant for residential. When you are looking for a place to call home, you have to look for amenities that are available, like water and electricity, and that has to be immediate. Access to transport and all that. And what in the projects that we have made sure that most of these amenities are available, the basic amenities, like water, electricity, roads, and all that. So one of the projects that I would talk about is we have several projects, but we have one project that is called Victory Gardens, that is in Kangundo Road. The beauty of the projects, for one, it's affordable. It goes for 380,000. And look here, this even allows you to pay in installments, which means it makes it even more comfortable.
Yes.
This is a place that people are already settling down. This is a place people are already constructing, and it's within Nairobi metropolis. So you will have your home within Nairobi and be able to commute to work, depending on where you work. So this is one of the projects, among other projects, that I would mention and say that it is fit, it is affordable, it meets your ideal project, and also has a good installment plan. And for that case, in Kangundo, apart from that specific project, we also have other projects in a place called Mala. We also have another project called Baraka Estate, that is in a place called Commercial, that is within Kangundo Road.
Yes.
And we have a lot more projects that are coming up, and we also have Kantafu. We also have a project in Mala. We have, in Matu, we also have a project in Makutano, and we have a very good offer that is coming up. On the 28th of this month, we have a very good offer, because we are selling a 50 by 100 plot in Malindi at an offer price of 95,000 shillings. And a client is allowed to book with a plot with 15,000. With 15,000, on the 28th, we take you to go and see the plots in Malindi. We leave on the day before, so we take you there, have a full board. So you spend the night there, then we see the projects, and then you will be able to come back to Nairobi or back to Mombasa, depending on where you come from. Yes. That is also one of the special projects that we have that is affordable. We give you a chance to go view the project. We give you a chance where you can pay for this project in bits of installments. 95,000 is not a lot of money, and you get. You're
spreading these installments in what period?
We spread these installments into 3 months, and also into 6 months. Yes.
Good. I want to speak to another client, and I want to ask you that question specifically. There's a friend of mine who saw your post and said, "Can you ask her this question for me, please?"
Sure.
And I'm going to read it so that now, for the sake of time, just hurry on it. I've got Philip, and this is what they're saying. I just want to buy land for speculation purposes. The companies that I want to work with are those ones that I buy land with them, and I'll feel confident for them maybe 2-3 years later to help me sell that land, because I'm not in the business of selling, and they are.
Yes.
Is that something that she does at Dagmar?
Dagmar has a big range of clientele, because when you have projects, you will always have people who are looking for what you're selling. Yes. A project that you have shown people, you will have shown a lot of people. There will still be people who will be coming back and asking, you do still have something that has remained in the previous project that you have? Do you have a project in this place? Do you have a project in this place? So you find that even for a person who had bought such a project, some time back, you were still able to access clients who can still rebuy that project for them. It's easier, for instance, if I sold you a plot and I have a lot of access to many clients, it's easier for me to sell that plot for you instead of you selling it to yourself, because you find maybe you have access to a few people of maybe your friends or your family. But us as an organization, we have access to so many clients whom we have accumulated over time. So when a client comes and tells us that that project I bought with you, I have a title deed and I would like to sell it off again, that is something that we would do very comfortably, because we would only need to mention it to a few of our clients and they will just go see it and be able to buy it. So the advantage we have is that we have a lot of clients that we are going to rely on, so that we can be able to even resell the project after some time for the client, because mostly they buy the projects for speculation and they want at some point in 2 or 3 years, I want to be able to sell that project again. I don't want to go through the hassle of looking for a client. So definitely that is something we do.
Paint for me a picture of Dagmar in the next 5 years.
Oh, Dagmar is going to be big in the next 5 years. There is a vision that we have at this point, yes, because at this point we are only Dagmar Land Investments. I have mentioned to you about Dagmar Homes. This is about construction. This is about a residential. This is about commercial. This is about doing homes for people who have bought land with us. Because when clients have trusted us with selling a piece of land, we want them to trust us also to build them a future home for them. So the vision of Dagmar Homes is being able to also construct you a home and sell it to you, or construct you a home in the piece of land that we have sold to you. Yes. There is also another baby that we call Dagmar Lipa Mdogo Mdogo, and this is about giving access for property ownership to even the person who is not able to earn a lot of money, the person who has a kibanda, or the person who is a boda rider and they want to own a piece of land at the end of the day. Yes. Or chamas. So we give them a chance where you can be able to deposit money probably daily or weekly. Yes. With a goal of owning a piece of land at the end of the day, such that in a year or 2 or 3 years you have owned your piece of land. That is something that is on a lot of demand at this point in Kenya, because when COVID came, a lot of lessons were learned, because yes, everybody wanted to have a place they could call home. When jobs were lost, when people were going through a lot of stress, there was nothing to do at that point, and people realized that it's very important for you to have a home. So that is why we have Dagmar Lipa Mdogo Mdogo. In 5 years, we are going to be at this point we only have one branch in Ruto, and we have one branch in Kangundo Road. And because of the expansion and being able to serve clients, we believe that we are going to have a lot of branches within the country, serving the clients within those places that they are in, not just in Nairobi, but in other places, even in Mombasa, in Nakuru, and we are already heading there. Actually, we have already started going towards Nakuru. Yes. In Kisumu, in all places, and even outside the country, because there is a lot of demand there. So in 5 years, Dagmar is going to be very big. Probably I have just mentioned a few of the points. Pretty much. Yes. Guess what? For those who want then to start the process of buying property, you do know who to talk to. Look for her, Dagmar. After that, you will start the process with them. And she's saying, we're not just going to sell it to you. We will give you that title deed. Go do your due diligence. Then come back and then we walk the journey with you. Ms. Ngugi, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate so much for the invite. Guess what? Thank you. Let's call it that for today. Tomorrow is another time for another edition. Goodbye and good morning.